Babe, water bottle, quick, please.
And Kitty loves you, or Kitty Lou's down here. I should be just like right in the front there.
Or just bring me water. I need water.
I'm sorry, I forgot. And I'm alive here.
Okay?
Okay, love you back. Thank you. I didn't mean to yell like that. I thought you didn't hear me, so. Okay. Love ya. Welcome to North Sports Dynasty, where apparently this mic stays on all the time. And everybody just heard me yelling. I was like, I need water. Oh, God, it's going live. I got everything set up, and I didn't think she heard me. So everybody heard me express the yelling. Anyways, welcome to North Sports Dynasty. I am your host, Andrew Faber, live as always from location, which is inevitably my basement. And as you can see, I wasn't prepared. Oh my God. I was just about to ask when you were going live. What's up, Boom? Sean Spencer in the house. How's it going? How we all doing? Everybody, if you're in here and you can hear everything, like, share, follow, subscribe to North Sports Dynasty on all of the platforms that exist, which include YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I think that's it. But also, we have the Facebook group. We have the Facebook page, which I should do a better job of obviously like figuring out which one does what. I like to do polls. I like to get other people's opinions. So that's why I made the group. Like pages are like, fuck polls. Why do we need to have polls on pages and stuff? Because they're awesome. Because then you can actually have smart debates, you know, where I can put something out there and everybody's like, oh, what the hell? Then you can all of a sudden, you know, like go and make your own opinions. Everybody can disagree with me. You can disagree with yourself and you start seeing everybody vote for something else. Now I can see a little bit better. So thank you, everybody. Welcome. I'm here. Long day. Everything's madness. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Today we're going to have the Hall of Awesome inductees. We're going to have the, what else are we going to have? What else did I have on the docket there? Mock Draft 1.0, which I still didn't even get set up for myself. Like, look at me being behind, just in general. Like, I can't even find my words here either. Alex is telling me. Alex is the one that informed me that I was yelling in the background. My mic was on. I'm like, how does the mic still stay on when I put on like the intro? This makes no sense. Like, if I do this, how the hell? And then the music, because it's just the Look at that. We're learning things new every day. So, all right. Hall of Awesome inductees 2.0. We had our first 5, which was Phillip Rivers, Percy Harvin, Deshaun Jackson, Michael Vick, and Le'Veon Bell were our first 5 inductees. We are going to have, once I find everything here, there we go. The mock draft 2.0, if it actually sets up for me, which it might not, it might just do news, but then we're going to do the future bets. The future bets is the one that I was really hoping for here. because I am finally putting my money where my mouth is. So, just got off work too. So everybody bear with me. Need to get this out on the airways so that I can actually go for supper. I am freaking starving. Absolutely starving, and I need food. So let's first talk about the first 5 inductees that we had to the Hall of Awesome. The Hall of Awesome was made here at NSD so that we can keep track of some of these players that are going to be inevitably lost in history. These are players who may not actually see the Hall of Fame. They might sniff the Hall of Fame. We might be saying their names for a little bit here, but I don't think they're actually going to see the actual Hall of Fame. So we decided to create this beautiful, like they got Canton. They call it Canton. Well, we got Canada. Okay, this is Canada's Canada. The Hall of Awesome. It's got 5 inductees already. Today we induct another 5. And I even put it out there and said if anybody can guess all 5, there was going to be a prize. The prize today was a signed Warren Sapp jersey, but nobody got it. So nobody wins the signed Warren Sapp jersey. That's just the way that it is. Canada. Exactly. Well, that's actually how apparently it's supposed to be said. It's Canada. But we say Canada. Eh? So let's get right into it, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, the next, number 6 technically, inductee into the Hall of Awesome here at NSD is none other than Cam Newton. What? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Cam Newton. Giving a little bit of respect to the people in my division. Let's talk about him. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't. What's up, Christopher Cole? I see you. He didn't necessarily have, say, the most accurate arm, but what the guy had is heart and intelligence. And he may have fumbled the ball sometimes, and there may have been talks early on that maybe he's not the right fit for the Panthers franchise as a whole. But we can all admit that him and Luke Kuechly and the rest of the company that was on there were all very, very fun to watch. His highlight film is what you would call a slower Michael Vick. He was more like a linebacker with that ball, running with it, hanging off to the side. He was fun to watch on Sunday, okay? The man didn't necessarily put up the statisticals that you would need to go to the Hall of Fame. He went to the Super Bowl 1 time. He lost to a very, very good team in the Denver Broncos. He won MVP. Should have won it twice. He really, really should have won it twice. And he was never given the proper opportunity to have, in my opinion, a true team built around him, true utilization of his talent. Now, the best part is this guy on his own podcast. You know, I used to hate the flamboyance and the way that, the media would put him. I like the way he talks. He talks with truth, and that's just the best part of him. So I want everyone to understand that Cam Newton, guy, I hated him when I had to play against him, but I respect him looking back at those highlights now. And even when he came back to Carolina for, what was that, 5-6 games? In the first one, he won in just like Cam Newton fashion, right? Like, the guy was a monster. Cam the monster, he was legit early on, all the way up to that Super Bowl. Dude, it's only rookie to throw for 400 yards in his debut. Oh, hey, there we go. Early numbers, brother. He was slanging that rock. There we go. Literally is the reason little white boy's dad to this day. He was a social icon. That is also true. He was awesome, man. He just he had like Steve Smith Sr. Obviously, you're going to have to see Cam Newton in that package for his highlight film. So, yeah, Cam Newton. What a gem. What a gem. What an absolute gem. All right. Our next inductee into the Hall of Awesome here at NSD. Anybody want to take a guess? This one was actually voted on in the poll. Put it up there and got a lot of traction. So giving him the deserve or the credit that he deserves, putting him into some sort of hall, Mr. Sterling Sharp. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Sterling Sharp, the old 49er. Yes, the old 49er. So he had a very short career. He didn't get to last long. He obviously was, banged up. But that short stint he had with the 49ers, something of a legend. Just legends, absolute legends. Sterling Sharp, package too. A lot of people want to put him in the Hall of Fame. They just think he didn't play long enough, that he didn't necessarily play. How are you supposed to top the numbers that this guy was having? He was slick watching him go down that field there. So I see Sean popping in. Was it Brett Favre early on? Was it Brett Favre early on in his career? That's right. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, the numbers that he put up, like Brett Favre, that's right. I forgot about that too. The Brett Favre thing. I just remember him as a 49er. That I just the sleekness that he had. Oh, Sterling Sharp, though he should have actually been in the Hall of Fame, this guy deserves more credit than he is getting. And honestly, we're gonna remember this guy for a while because he's gonna keep popping up in every conversation for the Hall of Fame in the next couple of years. People are like, well, what about this guy? Well, what about that guy? Like, you know what? He's deserving of it. He definitely is. So, and then him and Jerry Rice were neck and neck when they were playing. Damn rights. All right. I guess this is number 8. All right. Number 8 on the Hall of Awesome here at NSD is Kansas City Chiefs' very own Priest Holmes. Woo! Now, there could have been 2 different running backs for the Chiefs that could have been put on this list. But we're just going with one today. Might have another one next month. Who knows? But Priest Holmes. It was a fantasy football icon. The Alvin Kamara's basically upon yonders, the younger days. Priest was your running back. He was the fantasy football dream. It's like Le'Veon Bell when we talked about it with the last episode. This guy was everything you needed. The Chiefs, before Patrick Mahomes, didn't necessarily have that much. And to be honest with you, there's a reason why their owner isn't even giving them, the renovations or the new stadium and stuff like that team deservingly deserves. We're talking about the Cleveland Browns getting $2.4 billion upgrade. For what? And I understand that, Andrew, that's low-hanging fruit. And I get it. But we're not going to sit here and massage the stats about it, all right? The Browns have been a dumpster fire for quite a while. They're getting renovations. The Chiefs, not getting renovations. You want to know what kept that place afloat for a while? People going into Arrowhead and watching Priest Holmes. Whether he was just getting it on an ISO or a stretch, or he was catching it out of the backfield, Priest Holmes was a dream to have on not only your fantasy team, but he was a dream to watch on Sundays, whether playing for your Kansas City Chiefs or against your team. Number 9, another running back. And if this marker hopefully doesn't die. There we go. Once upon yonder, another fantasy football god here. Larry Johnson. Yeah, Larry Johnson. That was the other one. Actually, it's 3 then. This running back, though, not for the Chiefs. This running back, when you think of the Tennessee Titans and their running backs, you think of obviously right now Derrick Henry and what he has done for them and how he basically made Tannehill a millionaire. But before he was there was one running back that everyone had for not only a jersey, but was watching run for 2,000 yards. One of the only people to do it. Mr. Chris Johnson. Does everyone remember the hair, the speed, the game? We talk about Michael Vick. We talk about the epic days of Michael Vick being on Madden. Does no one remember using Chris Flippin' Johnson? The guy was an animal. The guy was sick, to be honest with you. I was happy when he just passed 2,000 yards. Everybody was talking about it at my school, or was just about to pass 2,000 yards. Everyone was talking about it at my school, and they were like, "Do you imagine if he played for like the Broncos or like the Giants? Can you imagine if this guy got to play with like Tom Brady?" And it's funny now because when Tom Brady went to the Buccaneers, Tom Brady technically played with future Hall of Famers like Julio Jones and Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell for the Hall of Awesome. You imagine being just a beautiful no-name quarterback? Because can you tell me, I bet you it was Steve McNair, but can you tell me who the shitty quarterbacks were that played with Chris Johnson there? I know Alex probably could. I know Sean probably could. I know a few of you major fans would. But can you be me, Stoner Faubert, and know what the hell is going on? Who the hell their quarterback was? Matt Leinart? Is that one? Who came after Matt Leinart? Was it Locker? Was there a dude in there too? Anyways, we talking about the dude that was pure speed. Now, his one weakness, just like Derrick Henry, if you slow him down, if you just put a wall in front of him, he was basically done for. The guy was not that good at taking contact. That is for sure. That is 110%. That's why they did sweep plays, jet motions, essentially, outside stretches, getting him a lead blocker. Once he got the lead blocker, that guy was gone. I don't think he is going to see the Hall of Fame. I think he's going to see maybe Ring of Honor for the Titans. I think he's obviously now number 9 on our list here for the Hall of Awesome. And deservingly so. He'll be remembered in my generation for sure as one of the better running backs that everybody wanted to have. Now, last but not least, we have number 10. And he is the first defensive player going into the Hall of Awesome. The name... Oh, nice. The name was said in the comments section. The name will live on in infamy for many different reasons. One that I should have put in the first one had I been a little bit smarter. Ladies and gentlemen, last inductee to the Hall of Awesome NSD style is none other than Washington Redskin great, Mr. Sean Taylor. That is right. You do not call him a commander. Do not call him a football team, a member of the Washington football team. He was a Redskin. And what this man did was inflict utter fear into people day in and day out. Every Sunday, every Monday, every Thursday when this guy played. To the point where he could not stop himself. The man literally killed a punter in an all-star game. The stats alone in a small amount of time in his career should put him into the Hall of Fame. They probably will not. It'll be a Ring of Honor thing for the Commanders now. It's the statue. It's it's that stuff. But he's probably not going to get into the Hall of Fame, which is a very big disappointment in my opinion. This guy deserves it. Alas, he should have been right beside Michael Vick, in my opinion, going into the Hall of Awesome. Sean Taylor, the Washington Redskins, very short career, only because that career was taken from him because people had to go and rob this man. And he defended himself. They had to use guns on him because that's how fucking intimidating this guy was. I am standing up applauding you. Thank you. To be honest, again, he should have been in right after Michael Vick, in my opinion. Really going over everything. And some of the names that I started throwing out there, some of the names that started getting thrown at me, I really should have put Sean Taylor in the first episode. I should have put him 6. I should have put him 6 too for the first one of this episode. But the reason I do it this way now, so that he gets this proper platform. So that we're basically rolling out the red carpet for the best one, which is the last one. So ladies and gentlemen, Sean Taylor is the last member of this month's Hall of Awesome inductees. We got now officially Philip Rivers, Percy Harvin, Deshaun Jackson, Priest Holmes, Mr. Sean Taylor himself, Michael Vick, Le'Veon Bell, Cam Newton, Sterling Sharp, and Chris Johnson. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a pretty damn good list. And if you start listing off names of people who probably wouldn't go to the Hall of Fame, all those people, you'd be like, right there. And you know what? They all deserve to go there. But just like Deion Sanders has said, I agree. You really shouldn't. There should be, the Hall of Fame for like those guys. And everybody knows who those guys are. But there should definitely be a completely different building for some people who just blew the wheels off of the sport for us for a bit there. Peyton Hillis, for crying out loud, was on a game for one season. And we remember this dude for one season. Now, I have been asked a couple times, like, what about Marshawn Lynch and stuff like that? I actually think Marshawn Lynch has a good case for the Hall. So I think we're going to keep him out for now. Also, like Eli, I like the idea of Eli, but it does look like they are, probably going to put Eli in. So we're just going to keep that back. All right. Speaking of Eli and his New York Giants and the overs and unders and stuff like that, we're going to talk about NFL futures right now. So everybody knows I'm a gambler. Everybody knows that I do a decent job. We have a nice little gambling chat. We all make a little bit of money. I got to pull some money out for our vacation that we just went on and inevitably made all my money back by the time we were on the road trip driving. So look at that. You can do the same thing. Just play smart. Don't spend all of your money all at once. I keep getting my beard, by the way. Stop shaking the microphone. Sorry. I'm sorry. Just going to wipe it so that all the electrical currents keep my beard straight. I really should just shave this all off. Anyway, so we're going to talk my favorite 5 over-unders, and I'm putting money on them tonight because I got to go find the best odds, the best, everything, because I'm not just going to take my money and throw it. No, I would like to win some money back. All right. So the first over and under that I'm giving you all right now, and I'm going to have a few people laugh at me. Because they're going to be like, well, I wonder who Andrew's then talking about as his team for the year. It's not my team for the year, but I am going with Tennessee over 6.5. And right now you can find that best odds at plus 104. So you're getting more money for your bet. Let's talk. This whole division is a crapshoot. And I mean that in the bestest terms. CJ Stroud's a baller. Anthony Richardson's a baller. Trevor Lawrence is a baller. All 3 teams are just like going and playing for the North in the AFC here. Okay? It's no different than playing Cincinnati, Baltimore, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh if you're all in this. So everyone's looking at Pittsburgh right now being like, oh, what's Pittsburgh going to do? guess what? Pittsburgh can do a lot. And just like Tennessee can do a lot. Are we forgetting that Tennessee has two very good wide receivers on each side? Are we forgetting that they have two very good running backs? One's a pass catcher, one's more of an inside, but both can be utilized doing the other thing. Do we not realize that they have a good offensive line that is, young and in progress? But do we not understand that they made a trade for a corner off of the Chiefs? Do we not realize that they have defensive pieces in place? Do we not understand that the Titans actually have a winning formula in place? And the best part is the first couple of weeks, they could actually steal some games away from some of the competitions because nobody's going to know how to play them. Plain and simple. Nobody knows how to play the Titans. Nobody knows what kind of system they're going to run. They can think. You can pressure Will Levis. Problem is, what happens if Will Levis is even like remotely good? What if he's like Josh Allen early on? What if they just let him slang it? What if they just let him bomb that thing? What if? What if? So that's where I'm going. They're probably going to be at the 6-win mark around week 15. I can see them sneaking out another one at the end of the season. So give me Tennessee, the over right now. I'm going to take the over at plus 104. The other ones I am looking at right now, I am going to take, and I'm very sorry, Mr. Sean Spencer, I am taking Washington. I'm going to take under the 6.5 wins that they're getting right now. And that right now is minus 125. I'd even, if you can find alternative odds, I'd go 5.5. I have them right now only getting 4 wins. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility here. What I do think is out of the realm of possibility is competing in that division. Whether we think the Giants are bad or not, I just do not personally see a situation or a scenario where Washington is stealing 3 wins off of their own division. I just don't. I could see 2, but I'm realistically thinking 1. Now, they have to go up against some damn good defenses this season. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Only a 5-win team. It's really not. So I'm not trying to, start anything with Sean or any of the Commanders fans like Will. What I'm basically just getting at is this. Let's keep expectations respectively low for this season. They could be the next Houston Texans, I guess, but the Houston Texans had more pieces in place, better draft picks than the Washington Commanders. So I'm going to take the under right now. I'm open to the possibility, but I need to see more in training camp from them because it just, for me, it's there. I see what people are saying, but I'm not, I don't know. My other big one I'm taking this year, right off the bat, give me Arizona over 7.5 wins this season at plus 124. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're going to tell me that Kyler Murray, healthy, and a revamped, healthy team, and a good offensive line, and running backs now are not going to at least get 8 wins? Arizona right now is in a position where if you can beat the Rams and just 50-50 the rest of your division and beat the Rams towards the end of the season, you have a legitimate shot at the playoffs. Playoffs? Yes. We could easily be talking a first seed San Francisco, and then second seed Philadelphia hosting Arizona Cardinals. And what happened last year? Arizona is not to be fucked with. Arizona is still a very good team. Marvin Harrison Jr., despite the jersey thing, is not a pushover. This team is ready to go. They have defensive holes. That's fine. That offense and the scramblability of that little guy, and I say that only to do the joking, is far better than 15 other teams in this league. I am just saying, okay? The Cardinals are a great team, and they're going to get at least 8 wins this season. So I'm taking over 7.5 wins. My second last one I am taking, give me the, just looking at right here, make sure I got the proper odds. Give me the Dolphins under. I want the Dolphins under 9.5. So Miami under 9.5. It's minus 135 right now. I believe, or no, sorry, it was minus 105. That's what it just gave me. There is a big scenario here. That is too many holes in the defense gone. This is now an offensive team that put up almost 70 points. Some good teams like Buffalo are going to put up 50 on your defense. That's just the way it is now. Okay? That's just the way it is now. I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Miami Dolphin fans, but unless you make some trades this season to add a couple more pieces, you're relying on young guys who can be exploited very, very quickly. My last one I am taking, give me the Atlanta Falcons over 9.5. Kyle can freaking, that's the minus 24. Kyle can clip it. Kyle can cry about it. And he can, the Bucs are going to miss the playoffs and all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, you know what? I agree with that. There's definitely a scenario where the Bucs definitely miss the playoffs, but I just, listen. If Kirk Cousins isn't the guy, he can lose 2 games in a row. They can put Michael Penix in. You're winning games. Plain and simple. Does that sound wrong? Just because we like to joke about Atlanta, especially if you've been tuning into, Let's Talk Football, when we do the NFC South, I go at Kyle and, make fun of Nicole's teams because I'm the rival. But let's not kid ourselves about what exactly Atlanta is this year. Atlanta is a very good team who is finally going to take all of their draft picks and properly utilize them in the offensive system that is coming. They got a lot of players ready to go, including Bijan Robinson, who is going to eat. Okay? Again, 10 wins is definitely not out of the realm of possibility here. You can get 12 for crying out loud. Atlanta is a very good team. Defensively, they got the second best safety only to us, the Bucs. Let's be real here. They got pieces in place, man. Pieces in place. So 10 is, they'll have 10 by like week 14 or week 15. They're going to be looking at possibly number 1 overall. They're going to want to try and have major home field advantage going forward. So I do not see the hate on Atlanta. Atlanta's got a lot of good pieces. They could trade for a wide receiver and it's basically over. You mean to tell me right now that if the Giants start going into like a rebuild mode and stuff, Slayton or any of those guys wouldn't just fit perfectly on the Falcons? Kidding yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a short one, only because I'm taking the family out for din. And I didn't want to do it after I come back, because inevitably after I eat, I just get really tired and I get really, lazy. And I just be sitting here talking really, really slow. And that's not what you tune into NSD for. But also, you don't tune into NSD to hear me yelling for water from the pretty lady. So that's my bad. Obviously, she brought me water because she loves me. But she obviously, made sure that there's some sort of poison in here so that I, slowly died on live. So that's it for me today. Shout out to everybody in the comment section tonight. Shout out to Mr. Sean Spencer, Mr. Christopher Cole. Shout out to all the people who have liked it. Shout out to all the people tuning in. And you will see me next week where we're going to actually do a mock draft. It's probably going to be on Saturday because on Friday, I am going to see Alien Romulus. There is nothing I need a face hugger. That's just the way it is. So I'm going to go see Alien Romulus. And also work on the Nostalgia Show, which is coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So stay tuned for that. I'll give you more news coming up here on NSD and just my normal Facebook, just in general. All right. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Much love to all the people down south. Much love to all the people in the sports world. And we will see you next time. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Ciao.